It's August 22nd, 2013, and it's time to look at all the hundreds and millions of iOS games that came out this week. No, not really. Only a few came out. Everybody is in Germany and doesn't want to release their game. But let's make the best of a bad situation and have a look at the very few games that did actually hit the App Store. First up, we have Asphalt 8: Airborne, which is, to my great surprise actually, a lot of fun. It's a very feisty, nitro-fueled arcade-style racer with impossibly fast cars and loopy barrel roll leaps, and it borrows a lot of its ideas from some of the best arcade racers. It's got takedowns like Burnout and crazy drifting like Ridge Racer, nice blue sky tracks like some sort of Sega arcade game, and very open levels where you can go wherever you like, kind of like MotorStorm maybe. It looks outstanding, especially on an iPhone 5. The cars are very detailed, the tracks have just got loads of stuff on them, sometimes too much, you can't really see where you're going, and the screen is just constantly covered in dust and debris and shards of metal. It just looks fun. So it's full of content. There are some in-app purchases to look out for, but if you don't mind all that, definitely one to check out.
We've lost count here in the studio.
Last year, we quite liked the game Smash Cops, which was a little top-down driving game about shunting your cop cruiser into criminals. This is the sequel to that game, Smash Bandits, and it aims to shake things up a little bit. So for one, you're on the other side of the law this time. You are a criminal, you're trying to shake the cops and boost the ratings for your world's wildest police chases type show. It's also an endless runner, I guess, and it's free to play. It still has Smash Cops' excellent controls though, where you steer the car by trailing your finger along behind it and just sort of moving left and right to steer and drift. The gorgeous graphics are still there, and it's got lots of little surprises. It's quite fun when you drive your car into the water and suddenly turn into a boat. It's always fun.
Utter carnage on the Westway. Looks like there are more officers joining the chase. Let's hope they have more success than their colleagues.
The Impossible Line is, at least as far as I'm aware, a unique puzzle game. So I've never played anything like this before. The goal is to guide this little arrow around a maze and into a finishing zone, but the maze disappears as soon as you start moving. So you have to use your memory, the little radar up in the corner, and some handy power-ups, which you can buy with in-app purchases, of course, to figure out where the barriers are. Got a load of levels. Just keep doing that over and over again. It's perfectly enjoyable, and it's got this cool chalkboard art style. The constant adverts will probably drive you crazy, but you can pay a few pennies to kill them off forever. Four Thrones is a very clever and addictive twist on solitaire. You've got these 4 cards on the table at the top of the screen and a deck of 48 more cards. In each turn, you take one card from the deck and must place it on a card of lower value on the table. Colours and suits don't really matter until you get to jacks, queens and kings, which can be replaced with lower cards, provided they fit the right suit. The plan is to distribute your entire deck on the 4 card slots, and if you can't place a card down, you've got to throw it back on the deck and lose a life. So if you use up your entire deck before you use up all your lives, you win. It's a simple concept, but it works really well and is perfect for 5-minute stints, when you're waiting for something to microwave or whatever. Good fun, 69p, 99 cents, well spent. Go! You've probably played Control Craft 3 before, whether it was called Tentacle Wars or Mushroom Wars or Euphoria. You've played this simple strategy game before. The idea is that you send out armies of troops to capture more and more bases until you can simply overrun your opponent with unbeatable numbers of troops. There are some twists. There are different unit types like guys with jetpacks, there are power-ups to use, and your soldiers will trade fire with other units as they go from base to base. But it's far from unique, and it's just not the best take on this very well-worn idea.
Yes, sir. Captain.
I don't know who Senses Fall are, but I do know what Tiny Wings is, and this is very obviously a cheeky Tiny Wings clone. But anyway, so you choose your favourite Senses Fall band member, whether that's Zach, or Buddy, or Mr. Blobby, or Matt, or that talking dog, and try to ride your skateboard for as far as humanly possible by riding down dips and then rocketing out the other side. It's all very rough around the edges, it's packed with in-app purchases, and is constantly nagging you to join something called Game Changer. Soon you realise you just need to turn it off and play Tiny Wings instead. I'll leave you with a band fact, which I unlocked for running a total of 6,900 metres. Matt's favourite food is Mexican. Fascinating stuff. Well worth the 69p I spent on this.